Back in the year 2000, Mahendra Singh Dhoni stumped Assam's Parag Das in his final Ranji game. Almost 2 decades later, in 2019, when Junior Parag made his debut in the IPL, it was MSD once again taking Aakash to dismiss him. The son's story began where the father's ended. But why am I telling you this story now? 5 years after that IPL debut? Well, young Parag's career has finally sprung off this season at the Rajasthan Royals. And now he's found the kind of rhythm and form that have cricket experts scouting him for a potential spot in the Indian team. This is the story of Assam's Riyan Parag, born to a cricketer father and a mother who was an international level swimmer, infusing sport into Riyan's DNA. Speaking to Parag Das, he told me that when Riyan was younger, his mother would take him to the swimming pool to teach him the different strokes. But that didn't seem to interest Riyan very much, who had a greater affinity for cricket, his father's sport. His interest grew as he spent more time around the sport, and that's where Parag family's cricket journey really took off. I say the Parag family because Riyan's cricketer father was deeply involved in his son's training. At the age of 8, Riyan began to understand the sport a little better, and he created a lot of buzz in his school cricket competitions. His father would always remind him of that. Be it cricket or school, the aim must be to be the best, but without taking on oneself the burden of pressure. The journey that began in Guwahati, Assam, has its first stop in 2007 at the Cooch Behar Trophy, where he made his mark with a double ton, amassing over 600 runs in the tournament. This got him a call-up to the India Under-19 team for the World Cup next year. And at the age of 16, Riyan already held the tag of being a world champion. In the same year, he also top scored for Assam in the Vijay Hazare Trophy, catching the eye of Rajasthan Royals talent scouts. In 2019, at the age of 17, Riyan finally made his IPL debut. His talent was undeniable, and he had what it took to go far, and he showed that caliber, becoming the youngest player to score a 50 in his very first season at RR. But that bright start saw some road bumps along the way. The next 3 seasons were disappointing from his and his team's perspective. The critics were on his back. He faced a fair bit of trolling on social media, and question marks were raised around his attitude. But none of that fazed the youngster who looks up to Virat Kohli as his idol. There was fight left in the kid, and word of wisdom from RR's head coach Kumara Sangakkara changed his perspective at the end of the 2023 season. Sangha told Riyan that he was a special cricketer who would realize his potential if he could couple his talent with some maturity. The youngster drank in all that advice from the Sri Lankan legend and hit the ground running in the following domestic season, top scoring in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, batting at number 4 for Assam. His 510 runs in 10 matches came at a stunning strike rate of 183 and an average of 85 with 7 half centuries. The Ranji season also saw him score 2 centuries as the IPL 2024 drew even closer. The RR camp was quietly confident in Riyan's resurgence, and they backed him by moving him to the number 4 role he had played for his domestic side, and where he had flourished lately. And that decision worked wonders, leading him to the orange cap after 4 rounds of fixtures. He showed maturity in the middle, bailing RR out of trouble even when the top order collapsed. From being just one of the batters in the side, he had become a true match winner for them. And this time, it looks like the promise will be realized, unlocking his immense potential. So here's what I've learned from Riyan's story so far. Reaching one's destination is only in the hands of fate, but in your control lies hard work and focusing towards a steady aim. And be it in sports or in studies, if you put in those hard yards, success will inevitably, eventually follow.